And again, good afternoon, everyone. Meteorologist Dana Melancon with you on Southeast Texas Express, also on our Facebook page and Roku Weather Channel. And we're coming to you live from our weather studio on the 5th floor of the Wellness Center building at Christus St. Elizabeth, right next to St. Elizabeth Hospital in Beaumont. East from our vantage point, a big change from what you saw last update, where we see some pretty good rain going through, and rest assured, lots of wind with it as well. Let me see if I can show you one. I mean, this a little hard to see what's going on west of our view. This is East Tex Freeway, but you can certainly see these extremely tall. We're on the 5th floor, and so these are the tops of the trees that are really getting whipped around by the wind at this point. Let's focus on our Doppler radar. Let me step aside. I'm going to manipulate the radar real quick and show you exactly what's going on as far as the intense rain and the likes of it here in Southeast Texas. We did have, and still do, have a tornado warning that's in South Jefferson County. It will be expiring at 3:45, another 20 minutes, 25 minutes or so. It is moving northeast. The center of this storm is moving northeast about 28 miles per hour. And this does indicate that we have seen this is actually a tornado that is on the ground and has been witnessed by spotters. So with that said, if you are anywhere in the region, and we're talking about west of Central Mall, just southwest of Port Arthur, you need to take cover. Anywhere that is in the parameters of this outline. Look at the extreme amount of cluster of lightning strikes that are going on now on Highway 73 from Winnie in through, gosh, I guess that would be through the old country club estates. But we do have a tornado vortex signature, meaning that the Doppler radar has indicated a tornado here, but it's also been observed by a spotter. So be extremely cautious if you're in this area. If you are indoors, stay indoors. Let me ask any of our Facebook friends, or YouTube for that matter, if you're on YouTube or Facebook, please join me if you can safely do so. Let me know how the weather is in your neck of the woods. If you're in South Jefferson County, if you're seeing any of this extreme weather go through and can safely report on it to me, please do so. So let me get back to radar and do the driving as far as showing you where this is. Now, again, we are seeing showers, thunderstorms, and severe thunderstorms going on again all across Southeast Texas. We're talking about northern Hardin County. But the main element now is this tornado warning that's moving through South Jefferson County. It's actually headed toward Mid-County, Nederland, Port Neches, and into Port Arthur during the next 15-20 minutes or so. You can see the extreme amount of lightning strikes that are being indicated on our Doppler radar screen. And this is one of the first, if not the first, that I've actually reported on a tornado that has been observed. So again, I know that I've got relatives. Let's see, Mindy is there hunkering down at the movies at Central Mall. Mindy was the one that really brought this to my attention as far as the timing of this event. So appreciate it, Mindy. But yeah, we do have some spotters that were out that have seen one. Now, if you're at Central Mall, you're just outside of that warning area, Mindy. But again, if you don't have to be moving around, obviously that's going to be what we advise you to do. Let me again, let me step off the screen and try to take it around and give you a picture on just how intense this particular cell is. Now, again, Mindy and the gang are at the mall, Central Mall, which, again, at this point, might be seeing some moderate rain at best, but you're just outside of the scope for that tornado warning. That being said, I mean, if it is safe to head back home, and you're outside of that area, that's what I would do. Inside of it, I would stay exactly where you are, stay put, you know the drill. If you're at home, you can get into the innermost portion of your home, maybe a bathtub if you're single. Anything that has some good reinforced sides to it would be the best thing that we could give you. This storm window that we're seeing on here now has everything to do with the severe warning that's going through. The center of this storm will be over Port Arthur at 3:50, 10 minutes until 4, and 3:53 it'll be over Groves. So again, that's just outside of the tornado warning, which is now in effect. Now I've got the information on your screen there, and it's and again it warrants reading. This tornado warning was issued at just before 3 o'clock, but the tornado is not only Doppler indicated. Storm spotters have actually seen a tornado on the ground, and so it looks like from this vantage point, if they're seeing that, it will be south of Highway 73 and moving again northeast toward Highway 73 and areas around Port Acres. That's where it looks like the potential for this tornado to be moving through at this point. I have had some reports from some folks that are without power, so I'm not sure if that would pertain to these folks that are in southern Jefferson County or not. But again, be extra careful. I'm going to move my little display over here so I can chat with some folks. Okay, again, I was letting you know about my niece Mindy. They're hunkering down at the movies at Central Mall. Probably not a bad idea. But again, if it's convenient, if the weather's not too terribly bad outside the mall now, and you could make it back to Craig's, there you go. That would be the point. And then hunker down there. But if you're there and you're comfortable, you're probably in good shape. Let's see. Charity Leanne says, in Nome, nothing yet. Good for you there. I appreciate it very, very much. Probably one of our best and one of the most spot-on reporters that we have, or spotters, is Brian Peavy. He's always out and about. He's in Beaumont right now. He says it's raining in parts of Beaumont, pretty good in the west end, and he is reporting some thunder going on now. In Port Neches, close to the high school, just wind and rain. Get ready, because it's on the way to Port Neches there, Joey. So appreciate you joining me this afternoon. Make sure you stay with me, and we'll try to keep you updated as far as the scenario is concerned. Cynthia Barton says, at the Nederland Howells on Highway 365, only seeing some rain now. It's going to get a little dicier there, no doubt about it. And please do, as Mr. Brian Peavy has done, share Southeast Texas Express, share the broadcast, and encourage your friends and family to like the page, and it really does help out. Sure wish I had this guy with me right now. I'd have about 3/4 of the weight lifted off my shoulders. Josh Stanley. Hope everyone stays safe. And I know you're a far piece away, but Josh, I sure would like for you to come by and say hi, and I really would like you to see the new facility that I'm in. We'll certainly need to catch up, no doubt. Doug Stutz joined us in the last couple of cuttings. He says he's had golf ball size hail in Honey Island close to the Polk County line. So Doug, appreciate it. Make sure you stay safe for sure. But if you're able to give us some of these updates like Doug did, I appreciate it, no doubt. Allie Doty says, do we hunker down in Port Neches? It's not about, if you're in where you're going to be for the evening, absolutely. But try to stay connected to some media. If it's not Southeast Texas Express on your phone or on your computer, make sure you have a radio close by, anything like that that you can get updated information. So, Allie, I appreciate you asking that question. That's good. Michelle Perry says, what about Silsbee? Silsbee right now should be a little safer. Yeah, you can see, what we're talking about as far as Silsbee's concerned, nothing doing now. You might get some isolated showers a little later on. Our main threat right now is the tornado warning in southern Jefferson County, where a tornado has actually been spotted on the ground. Felicia Davis, praying for all that are in danger. We appreciate it, obviously. So glad I heard from Troy. He says, so far so good in Port Neches, wind and rain. Troy, stay in touch, because if you're looking at Doppler radar, you can certainly see what's headed your way. Now, again, keep in mind the tornado warning, which I guess you can see the outlines of the box. That's where it's considered will be expiring at 3:45. But if the entire gambit of storms continues to move in that direction too, it would only stand certain that, or at least favorable, that the conditions would be right for this tornado to continue moving across. So don't let your guard down, even if you're outside of one of these areas, no doubt. So Troy, keep us updated. Okay, now I did ask about power, and Alan Hayward said he lost power in Spurger. Said it's raining extremely bad there. Michelle's up in Lumberton, I'm sure, at the Larcade compound. Nothing at their house yet. Good. Now I know my wife's safe because she's not very far from you. Dennis Cargill is in Orange. Thanks for the update. Stay with us. We'll continue to do that. Then Heather Evans wants to know about my thoughts for Bridge City. Bridge City's getting some light rain, if not moderate rain at this point, and was certainly the timeline for Bridge City is going to be during the next, we'll say, 20, 30 minutes, and we'll have a better grasp on how things are going to be faring for Bridge City. Christy Flanagan asking about Lumberton. We just had a report from Michelle Larcade, said nothing so far at their location, and she's in Lumberton, so, or at least outside of Lumberton. So right now, Lumberton looks A-OK. Mouse is acting up a little bit on me, but yeah, you can see where Lumberton is. We've got a severe thunderstorm warning just north of Lumberton, but again, our main area of focus now is South Jefferson County and going in toward Mid Jefferson County, where we have a tornado warning with an actual tornado that was spotted. Storming bad in Fred, 5 miles out on 1943. Thanks, Betty Joe. Keep us updated there. Chuck says just started raining with some wind in the Port Acres area. Well, Chuck, you're on the cusp of it, because you can see, gosh, I'm surprised you didn't report any lightning yet, Chuck. Let me know if you're seeing some lightning there. John Smart is in Warren, north of Hardin County. Said wind blowing bad. In fact, sideways. Same goes according to Jamie in Newton. Very heavy wind going on there. Troy's asking how fast is the storm going to be moving through. The storm right now is moving. You can see where the center of it is, just south of Highway 73, Troy, and I'll put the information. It's moving northeast at about 45 miles per hour. So during the next hour, at least this storm should be through the Mid-County area. But obviously, we're going to see if anything develops just south of it, Troy, so appreciate it. Joel says he's in Port Acres. Appreciate it. Stay safe and make sure you're hunkered down. I think the Port Acres area is definitely one of the ones that really needs to be heeding the warnings now. And Amanda Johnson says rain and wind picking up in Port Neches right now. Yeah, I think Port Neches, you're seeing it. Well, you can see it right there on the screen there, Amanda, or rather Joyce. Yeah, Amanda, that it is knocking on the door of Mid-County, Nederland, and obviously Port Neches. So, again, a tornado warning in effect for Jefferson County, making its way toward Port Arthur, Mid-County area. There was a tornado observed by storm spotters, and so we're really taking this one pretty serious. Now, what about Orange, and when will it be over? Orange is really not seeing much as of right now. Obviously, you can see that, and Orange will be seeing it during the next hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. It depends on if a lot of the storms are being fueled by heat. If it is, and as the longer this goes on, you're going to lose that element of the the storm generating process. So you might see some of that diminish during the evening hours, but we're not going to let our guard down, obviously. All right, we're focused now on again, the tornado warning that is right now in effect for Jefferson County, southern Jefferson County. We've got it pictured on the screen here, and still, I mean, I was hoping to see some of this lighten up, and it's just not as of yet. North of Highway 73, some very heavy rainfall going on. No doubt some gusty winds as well. We're going to be seeing, let's see. I was going to try to, let's see. Let me answer a couple of more of our Facebook viewers. Kirk Guidry, right now rain in North Nederland, not much wind. You're going to be seeing it. So, again, just get ready for it. Rhonda says the Melancon clan has made a decision to stay at Central Mall Theater. Probably as safe there as you would be in some spots. So, I mean, if I think you'll be fine there. I think, and no doubt because it's it's well populated there, and I think that's probably as good of a decision as any to be there. However, try to stay. I'm not sure if you're in watching the movie just yet or not, but try to have somebody monitoring, and we'll try to keep you updated. Brian Peavy wants to know about Dow Chemical in Orange. I'm not really sure where Dow is in Orange, but if it's on that, that west eastern fringes of Orange, right now just some light rain. Brian, not seeing much at all. Several, or at least a couple, in this cluster of lightning strikes. I know that it's a very busy image right now on the screen, but again, there's a lot going on. You'll see a couple of these magenta-looking triangles. These are tornado vortex signatures that the Doppler radar has picked up on. If you take anything at all away from it, take away the fact that there's a good probability of rotation wherever you see these, okay? But I think probably more important than anything is the information that a tornado has been observed. Now this was, again, east of this area, or rather west of the area that we're talking about now. Nevertheless, we did have a tornado at one point that was observed by trained storm spotters, and we're now seeing it continue to make its way through. All right, we just had another tornado warning that was issued. This is the one that's, I guess, pretty much in the center of your screen here. And this particular tornado warning goes all the way through Groves, in through, let's see, continues through areas just outside of Bridge City as well. So, let's see, I'm going to try to ascertain if this is the same. It looks like it's an extension of the previous tornado warning, which is what I was trying to allude to whenever I was trying to give some advice about, you know, the areas around Central Mall, Port Neches, Nederland. At first glance, the initial tornado warning didn't include those folks. Now we are seeing it. It covers all of Port Arthur in through Groves, where this existing tornado warning now doesn't expire until 4:30 tonight. So if you have the whereabouts to have our channel on Roku, we are streaming this 24 hours a day live. I've got to take just a very brief break, 5 minutes or so from Facebook. I will rejoin you here in just a few minutes, but if you have a Roku streaming device, you can download Southeast Texas Express. It will be zeroed in on these areas and will certainly be able to track the existence and the whereabouts of the particular storm warnings and watches that we're seeing in and around Southeast Texas at this point. So, again, meteorologist Dana Melancon on Southeast Texas Express. We'll join you again in a couple of minutes from our studio live here in Beaumont and continue to update you on the tornado warnings that we have right now in and around Southeast Texas. We'll be right back.